and let's go. Okay, so now that character animator has loaded up, you'll see that the interface is very similar to what we've been using in After Effects until now. Same sort of modular structure, where we have our main viewer area here, project panel to the left, and some specialized panels on the right. And the way we start things with character animator is that first we'll create a scene, and then we'll be using a puppet to actually animate inside of that scene. So going to the scene menu here, I'm going to click on the new scene button, and I'll just call this my first scene. And now that I've created that, I will need a puppet, an actual character, to import into my scene so I can start animating, or rather, let the character animator animate for me. So I'll go to File, and go to Import. And because I visited this folder just before, I start up in the Puppets folder, which I earlier copied to my desktop. And I will just go with bunnydude.ai for now. And this is a standard asset that ships with Character Animator when you install it with After Effects. So I'll just open that up. And notice that it's an Illustrator file. So now we know that we can bring our characters in from Illustrator. And there's BunnyDude. So now I have my first two project assets ready to go. I'll double click my first scene to open up the scene. And now I see it in the scene viewer here. Yes, it's very similar to the composition viewer in After Effects, exactly the same session. And now I can drag in BunnyDude, as we would do with any normal layer in After Effects. I'll drag it into my scene anywhere. And that will sort of prompt Character Animator to prepare the scene, prepare the character, have it ready for animation. So there's the character there. It's just a funny looking BunnyDude. There's just very, very few things that we need to set up to make sure we're animating this correctly. And the very first one is to actually calibrate the character. Because as you may have noticed already, in the top right corner here, I have the camera and microphone panel, which is currently displaying the input from my webcam. And that's what's doing the facial recognition feature tracking, and it's currently already animating my character. However, there's some slight problems with this. So to make sure this is working as best possible, I need to calibrate. And I do that by looking in the eyes of the character. So you actually have to look at the eyes of the character and click the set reset pose, set the rest pose button here. So I'm going to look at the screen, click this, and now the character is calibrated. And it primarily improves the eye tracking. So now when I look at the screen, the character is looking forward. When I look to the left, to the right, the eye movement matches up. Also, I'll need to center my character to the scene. To do this, I'll go to the Transform property rollout here, expand it, and just quickly change the position X and Y to better center my character. When we import this back into After Effects, this whole scene is going to be the size of the comp. So bear that in mind. Okay. Finally, you'll notice some weird behavior, some strange behavior as I tilt my head backwards and forwards. Yes, the movement should happen in some way on the character, but now it's a bit too exaggerated. And we can actually control that. If I expand the face property rollup, I have the head scale strength, and I'll just bring this down to say 20%. And now, you notice, as I just say movement, it's far less exaggerated, yes? I can animate this now. And to animate, now we finally got to the best part. All I have to do is make sure my BunnyDude layer is selected, which is easy now, considering it's the only layer, and click on the record button. Now that it says recording, I'm actually recording my performance. That includes the facial recognition, so as I look around and tilt my head, the character mimics that. And I also have some other components such as draggable, which will allow me to drag his hands around, and that will be captured as well. Once I'm ready, I can hit the record button again to stop recording. This is being recorded, as several takes. Now I can expand the property rollout of the body view of the layer itself here, and I see I have the face from camera input, the lip sync from audio input, and the dragger, what I used to move the hands around. And I can play this back.
Now it says recording. I'm actually recording my performance.
And preview.
I have a question.
Sure thing.
Do the characters always have to be humanoid?
No, not really. You can create your own characters. Yes, you can make your own characters, and they just need to follow certain naming conventions, but they don't have to be humanoid. They can be whatever you want to be. Really, you're limited only by your imagination. And even in the templates that ship with the character animator, you will have some different examples, some weird-looking creatures in there. So yeah, you can do pretty much whatever you want to with this.
That's cool.
I think now that you've seen this, you guys should be ready to give it a go. Yeah, so why don't you go ahead and try doing a little performance for your characters yourselves, okay?